And happy Tuesday, folks. Happy Tuesday, July 27th, 2021, and welcome back to another episode of Quarters Without Borders. I'm your host, my name is Kyle, and we are playing today for a better tomorrow. It's slightly warm, but another sunny, beautiful day here in central Ohio. Folks, I know we're starting a little bit later, a little bit of a early dinner, late lunch time period compared to our usual streaming time, but wherever you might be, whatever you might be up to, I hope your day has been a fantastic one so far as we kick our way a little bit further into this week, the last week of July, if you can believe it. August is right around the corner. We've got another 60 minutes of gameplay coming at you. What I feel is going to be the finale, the ending of our time with Horizon Zero Dawn. So without further ado, let's get some of the housekeeping out of the way and we'll dive right into our adventures. Folks, if you are joining us for the very first time, let me welcome you to our little corner of the internet where we play video games and raise money for charity. Right now we're playing our way through Horizon Zero Dawn. It's the complete edition and we're playing it on a PlayStation 4 Pro system. Now we're working our way through the DLC, the expansion at the moment, the Frozen Wilds, and we left off yesterday, really what I feel it was at the culmination of the final battle. We bested this raging tyrant of a lava bear robot. One of our valiant heroes, Aurea, fell, sacrificing herself to free the good spirit, the good AI, and now as the facility is self-destructing, myself, Aloy, as well as the previous chieftain, the war chief of the Werak, Aratak? Pretty sure his name is Aratak. We must escape with our lives. And that's what we're picking up today. Of course, we're playing on the hardest available difficulty, like every game we tackle here at this channel. And to make things extra difficult, we have disabled the crosshairs. And the whole reason being, we want to make it as challenging on ourselves as possible. Because every time we die, fail, or retry, we donate 25 cents, an additional quarter, to charity. And we do this in remembrance of the classic arcade games of the 80s and 90s. And as you can see in the bottom left of your screen, we've raised a grand total of $88.75 so far. Now all of that money will be going to the charity, the Water Project, at the conclusion of our playthrough. The Water Project is a 501c3 charitable organization focused on helping provide sustainable water projects to communities in sub-Saharan Africa. These are communities that suffer needlessly from a lack of access to clean water and proper sanitation. The Water Project accomplishes their mission by providing the training, the resources, and of course the financial support necessary to get these projects up and running and sustained into the future. They're a really cool organization and I'm happy to be supporting them with our activities here at the channel. If you would like to learn more about the Water Project, or if you want to support them directly, you will find a button below the stream called the Water Project. Go ahead and click that button. It'll take you to their website and you can read all about them and do all the things. Alright, we've welcomed the new viewers, the new members of our audience. We have recapped what we have done thus far, the money we have raised for a good cause, hopefully the positive vibes that you're putting out there into the universe, making it a bit of a better place, even if it's just 25 cents at a time. I think all that's left, folks, is to dive into the adventure. Wherever you might be, folks, whether you are wrapping up your workday or you're just starting it, folks, thanks for taking the time to join me this Tuesday afternoon as what I feel is going to be the conclusion, right? As we conclude our adventures in Horizon Zero Dawn. This is our later than usual lunch money stream, lunchtime stream. We've got 2 more of these coming up this week. If we conclude this game today, we will be starting a new adventure tomorrow. We have 2 more streams during the afternoons, and then of course a VR focused stream later tomorrow afternoon, evening time. That is a new series we just started. We are on the 2nd episode, playing our way through Astrobot Rescue Mission on the PlayStation 4 VR system. We got about an hour sitting ahead of us. We're going to probably about 5, a little past 5 30.
Restraints. Times 4.
Ooh, okay. So the battle has concluded. The checkpoint must have been at the very end of the battle. So we're gonna resupply our character up. We'll gather some supplies, and then we're gonna go through that kind of ending cutscene one more time. Which will be nice. It'll set the tone quite well, I think, as we move into our adventures for today. But we have just slain, I believe they call it a fire claw. I think we have christened it the lava bear, because of the fact of how we spawned in or loaded in. The corpse has not spawned, so just an empty arena for us. And there's enough lava that's come back, we can't get back across there. There is a little rock here. Maybe we, I don't know. I'm sure you could find a way to get back across there if you really wanted to. Gather up supplies while we have a moment. It'll be off. Alright, I believe that's about everything. Let's just get a little bit further on that one. Alright, let's shut this thing down.
Detected autonomous defenses inoperative. No! Grounding our network.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here.
Escape the cauldron. Looking at these rocks just like that. I can't believe we're just leaving her body behind. At least Aratak especially, he's a pretty big dude. He could probably carry her if he needed to. Never noticed the rope. She actually carries a rope on her belt. That's kind of neat. Now it's probably not the time to think about what she's carrying.
It's the only way!
Come on, dude. Woo. Hang on. Oh, let's hope this doesn't malfunction. It crosses a sea of lava. Oh no. Woo. This is not looking good. Where are we going?
Top Aratak! Now!
Man, I'm so glad I don't have to do any of this. It's all just cutscene.
I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Oh, you have plenty, I'm sure.
Great Manukai.
Oh! We got lucky. Let's just put it that way. I don't know how, there's no way that was planned. We got pure luck that we escaped. Wow, we didn't have to do anything. We just literally ran into one doorway and the rest of it played out like a cutscene.
Rhea's gone. What of Cyan?
I know, right?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
It's not over yet. Return to Araya's retreat. The Forge of Winter. Alright, so basically still that quest. Claws, there's all these side quests. Could upgrade the ice rail, that'd be cool. But that's, I mean, we're up on the top of the mountain. There's no way we're getting back down here easily. I think it's just going to be easier. The Claws Beneath is right here, though. We could potentially do the Claws Beneath quest, since we're right next to it. It'd be a quick little detour here, folks. It's not that far. Maybe we'll go knock it out really easy on our way back. Look at that, it's like less than 200 meters. You know, tonally, this doesn't really make sense after what we just experienced, but hey. Can't enter that location. Okay.
I should try going another way.
Oh, I could totally enter that location. I can totally climb that. It's the first time she actually acknowledged the invisible barrier, though. Usually the game just resets you.
The northeast edge of the pit. Umnak said I'd find the claws beneath nearby.
Alright, let's see how ridiculously challenging this is going to be. A quick little save here. Now, last time I was here, this was... Oh, I see something moving out there. This is just a fortress of bears. Tons of bears.
Come on, then.
Oh my gosh!
Just like Umnak said.
It is a lizard! A demonic rock breaker. Okay, hang on. I need to switch out bows here. We want the this one. Ooh. That bad boy up. Ow. Jeez. Oh, she's doing that weird thing with a breach. It's very annoying. You're getting punished, dude. You're not gonna make this. I'm not gonna make this easy on you. Ow! Dang. But yes, he does not intend to make it easy on me either. Ooh, that does a lot of damage. Ooh! That was a bit brutal. That was a bit brutal. This thing, okay, now that we know what this is, and the fact that it attacks us immediately, this will be a piece of cake. Piece of cake. Not even worried about it. I've fought your kind before, Rockbreaker. Wish I had more traps. We're gonna switch out this bow right from the get-go. Load up the arrows. Load up the arrows. That might be a safe spot up there, actually. If I can make it out to that distance.
Damn.
Oh yeah, it's all about the high ground. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, I stayed too long for that one. Had that coming. Had that coming. Matter of time. Just a matter of time. Come on. Got lucky that last one counted. Got him. Last arrow, totally worth it. the only trick you got, man? It's getting old. Need yourself a new one, buddy. You need yourself a new one. Just a matter of time. Till I bring you down. Just a matter of time. There's a lot of fire out there now. That's interesting. Wonder if he's burning. He is on fire. Come on. Oh, come on. Wasting my shots here. Uh-oh. That was new. Let's try something different for once, huh? Come on. No shame in getting defeated. Ooh, nice ramp. Don't know what that is, but I want it destroyed. Tell he's getting desperate. His attacks are getting more. Woo! So we're talking about claws beneath, and he got nothing.
Mac wasn't lying when he said you were tough.
He may have been overstating the truth, though, because that wasn't that difficult. Woo! Claws beneath. Done. Lady Dragana, happy Wednesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Getting ahead of myself, aren't I? The spam bots are back. Our first comment today was a spam bot. At least there's just one spam bot and not like a million. How's your Tuesday going? Hopefully well.
Saving these for the trail.
I'm pretty happy with that quest. That actually went pretty smoothly. there was a spot that we could dig stuff up. Nice. Sounds like a chill rest of the Tuesday. Alright. Quest complete. I guess we might as well, now that we have 2 reasons to go back there, we have 2 quests we can cash out, we might as well head back that way. Just a little bit after 5. We'll still have time to get down there, cash those quests out, and make it back up north to finish the storyline stuff. Oop. Alright, so if we get down here, follow the path, that path should eventually wind us over the mountains, get us where we want to go. If we just avoid all those crazy killer monsters that are right in front of us. Oh, wow. More than I thought they were going to be. A lot more than I thought there was going to be.
Still stuck. Have to find another way.
Three of them. There's a trophy for killing a certain number of those guys. Alright, through the settlement. And out the other side.
Father's guilt onto the new project connection.
Flying ones.
Those machines are alert.
There are people though, maybe they'll help me. Maybe they will help. Get your arrows out, folks. Defend your war chief. Oh, those are bandits. Ah, those are not who I thought they were. Well, the robots will make short work of you. You don't see too many bandits in this part of the land. I'm surprised. I thought they were going to be soldiers of the Werak. Thought they were going to be my people. I'm over the mountain, though. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Come on. You go that way. Knock these 2 quests out.
For you.
Those are people. Fight, robot, fight! I'm here to help. Woohoo! Nice job. That's how we do it. Saving the tribe. All on the day of being the chieftain.
Our prey fought well. Not well enough.
We might as well max them out, I guess. We have so many extra supplies. Alright. It got dark really fast. Wow.
I forget what warmth feels
Like
like out here.
concerningly dark.
Stand around and talk, or do we have responsibilities to attend to?
It's over. It wasn't easy, but that rock breaker won't be hurting anyone anymore.
The claws beneath brought low by an outlander. This part of your song will travel far.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to that.
I've found people rarely live up to their songs. You're an exception, though,
Where do I know his voice
and
from?
you've done me a true kindness. My foe is buried now, like so many of the hunters it killed. My friend, my chieftain. You would be pleased to know his fate won't befall anyone else. Take this in thanks. I believe you've more than earned it.
What do we get? Blue gleam.
They should exercise some caution.
And a processed metal block. Not sure what I'm gonna do with that, but okay, we've maxed Brave and Forager out. Only 2 points to fill out Prowler. Traveler's where I want to put some more points though. This is how I get some achievements.
Let the cloud.
We repair my horse. Oh yeah. Epic repair here.
The young hunters were
Ta-da! I just fixed you.
none of the southern tribes.
Super cool. Super cool. Next is repair any machine. And then this will be jumping attack. Okay, next quest, the ice rail.
Summer spirit.
Found the part. Ready to fix up that weapon?
I am always ready to fix up a weapon.
Never thought I'd be glad to see the inside of a Thunderjaw's mouth.
I sure am. Every machine's a big box of tools. Once they stop trying to kill you, that is.
You know, it'd be a lot creepier if
Trust
we were
me,
aliens talking
You
about
won't recognize
fighting
this ice rail
humans.
when I'm through.
Every human is a big organic bag of
Oh,
tools.
she's perfect. A spear's a spear, right? Poke slash done. Boring. I adjusted the chill water flow, rebalanced here, strapped on a launcher, and now she shoots freezing spikes. Ta-da!
You weren't kidding.
More beautiful,
Freezing
more powerful.
spikes.
That's my guarantee.
You've done good work with this weapon, Varja.
Told you I was good. Anyway, I'm glad she's in your hands.
Okay, only thing left is the storm slinger.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
So that means one quest where I have to fight a storm bird.
Your outlanders have.
The ice cannon. Extreme standard damage. And low freeze. Okay, so that means, yeah, fight the Stormbird, that finishes off her thing, and then some hunt for the Lodge stuff. It's really not that much left. Hit 3 Scorchers with an ice cannon after freezing them. So I freeze them, then shoot them. Jeez, that's a tough one. It's almost 10,000 experience, though. Fire bursts. And I need to find stalkers with long legs. That's not a... all in all, there's almost over 15,000 experience points tied up between these 3 tutorial quests. That's nothing to scoff at. I mean, I need 126,000 to level up, but still.
I traveled further south than the grave. In the old days,
Oh, merchant. Let's sell some stuff before we go. We want to sell. Clear out some of this inventory space. And then we'll be off for the final quest, ladies and gentlemen. The final verse in Araya's song. I don't need this many. We get 3 of everything. I don't need 4. A lot of metal blocks. I don't need that many Shellwalker lenses or that many Scrapper lenses. Or that many Stalker lenses. Or that many long leg lenses. Or that many Watcher hearts. Or that many Scrapper hearts. Or this many luminous braids. I'll keep the crystal braiding. Keep the rest. No, I have 7. 7 bluing. That's not a lot, actually. Should I have all these weapons? So I have these, and I have improved ones, and I think I do not have the champion bow yet. I need a few more points for that one. A lot more bones. All right. Anything under 40? That was 40. I shouldn't have sold that one. All right. Now. So pretty good. We finished that main storyline quest, escaped the thing, fought the claws beneath, cashed out some quests, and now we're on to finish the Forge of Winter. Which is going to take us way over there.
They see me.
Shouldn't have no problem making it over there. At least we'll see how the clock looks by the time we make it there, folks. I don't know if we're going to jump into that quest today or not. It may be an adventure for tomorrow. Sorry. Trampler, unusual. Bunch of shell walkers.
No way I'll be able to.
We gotta loop around.
Take a machine that big down.
I don't know why she keeps saying that. I'd like to use that improved ice rail, get that tutorial on the Scorchers, but the hard part's going to be freezing the Scorchers. Freezing those burning dog robots, I feel like it's going to be quite the challenge. Feel like we're getting closer. We want to follow. That's a dead end, I think. We got to go up to. Or is it the way we want to go? I don't remember which path was the one we actually want to take. I think it might have been that one. That does not look like a path. Yeah, we'll go this way. There's enough like tribal looking things. This is probably the way we're supposed to be going. Wonder what we're going to encounter up here. There can't be much, pardon me, there can't be too much more involved in this. Because I mean, we've done quite a bit. I can't imagine what's going to happen up here at this facility. Like, what is there really left to do? I assume Hephaestus has been destroyed. If the thing self-destructed, and when it self-destructed, it destroyed enough of the corruption, like his programming should just be completely eradicated. Should be nothing left. There's probably an easier way to get to Oreo's retreat, like the back road. That probably would have been the smart way. I probably don't have to go through all the trials again. Let's turn around. Let's not do it that way. It doesn't make sense to go back through literally all the trials and platforming sections when there is a back door that will take you straight where you have to go. We've already proven our worth once.
Might regret this.
Operative word being might. Yeah. Definitely not regretted. Take all the fun out of it. I don't know. I feel like, just for the interest of time, where we're trying to go, it doesn't seem necessary to challenge ourselves like that. We've already walked the path of the... whatever they're called. I want to call them wizards, but they're not wizards. Or prophets. That has to be cold. New campfire. Where did my guy go? There he is. Higher up the mountain we go. Past the T-Rex, around the T-Rex den, to Araya's retreat. Watch out, goat. Man, that goat got... I could have swore... Oh, that's not around the T-Rex. That is straight at one.
Getting too steep to ride.
I missed my turn somewhere. Shamans! Yes, that is the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Kirgana. Not only a cold seat, although I like to think that the robots are generating heat. Kind of like riding a motorcycle in the wintertime. You know, there's a little bit of heat that engine kicks out beneath you. Alright, here we go. What is that? It's a Scorcher. One Scorcher? I mean, we could probably fight him solo, right? Ah, it's 5:30. Let's get here, folks. Let's get here. It'll set us up beautifully for tomorrow's stream. Okay, I pulled down all the ladders. This should be quite easy to make our way back into Araya's retreat. I'm not sure where I'm going. Like, this ventilation shaft is very much new. I don't remember that being open.
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me.
We're here.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
What if we saved the wrong robot? What if we saved the wrong robot? Talk to Aratak and talk to Cyan. Aratak, dude. Where'd you go, man?
My chieftain,
Just... Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Aurea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Aurea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Aurea found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
Understand what?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow. Besides, we'd already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Time to talk to Cyan. Should be interesting.
Huh. Out of the forge. Kill 5 fire claws. Now Tuke has tracked the fire claws that escaped the cauldron. The cut is still under threat until they are destroyed. Kill 5 fire claws. 5! 5! Oh man! I like how they just call it an errand. Oh. I mean, pardon me, at least we'll be fighting it on our own terms, and there won't be trees constantly popping out of the ground to heal it. But still, 5 of them? This is like, you beat the final boss in the game, and then the heroes are like, congratulations, 5 more copies of the boss have escaped into the wild. Please hunt them down and kill them at your leisure. Oh, alright, last little bit of conversation here, folks, and I think that's going to be where we wrap up for today.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Is anyone getting creepy vibes from this lady?
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
Oh, snap.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with
Maybe
us.
that's
undoubtedly.
Maybe that's the thing that, like, this source where the thing that woke up the original demon came from.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic
It's the same thing that
error.
happened with Gaia. The exact same
I was flooded
thing.
with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's
We
core
have a fully
programming.
functioning AI in front of us. This is amazing. Like, within the game world.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Like Silence would lose his mind right now.
Machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus
Except
back
Gaia's
under
been
its
destroyed.
control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
Oh my gosh.
I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace.
Unless they're
But
death
what about
machine
the poems?
flowers.
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
Okay.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined.
Just a quick question. Like, Cyan, the AI, is any part of its holographic projection cyan colored? I just assume it's like all blue or gray or something. But I'm curious if cyan has anything to do like with the actual color.
How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
This firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
It sounds like we're just kicking the can down the road. They're gonna have like Horizon 30th Dawn, and it's gonna be 3,000 years in the future when the volcano's erupting.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Oh, cool. I just got a thing because of that.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Araya who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone?
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here.
What up,
even
Flanagan?
as it faced
Happy
extinction
Tuesday.
Elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Araya's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
Just wrapping up some story content here.
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party.
Awesome.
These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Oh, there's no further question for what sets of rules.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one.
Interesting. They're just throwing all sorts of gray area at us, aren't they?
And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. One of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
Ooh.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
Oh, man. Talk about dropping a bomb on me here at the very end. You've got to tell them the truth. Use your judgment. Use your judgment. She's asking you for help. Take it gently. How about that?
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something.
7 blue gleam for that.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I can override them now too.
A little bit in the dark, Cyan.
I can override fire
Sorry,
claws.
I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up. And protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
Wow, so we learned a lot there actually, folks. Interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Got all of these. Missed one of these, of course. Why am I not surprised? Missed one of these. Are you kidding me? Ah, this game. This game. But overall, not too bad. And now that we can hack super robots, this won't be that bad, killing these 5 fire claws. But really, folks, I think that about wraps up this game. I mean, we have some side quests, some tutorials to do. Killing... Considering this is considered an errand, killing the fire claws, we get 1 blue gleam for it. I really don't feel like that necessarily contributes to the main content of the game. So, level 56. $89 smooth. That seems to be the way. Our time with Horizon Zero Dawn. 64 episodes of it.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. With minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Dun dun dun! Woo! Thank you, Flynn, again. What a time it has been. Really thought we'd hit level 60. Really did. And my own desire for, what would be self-destruction is most likely I will probably try to finish this quest on my own, killing the 5 fire claws. I think it'd be nice to be able to knock them out. They seem to be, yeah, they're spread around the map, so you only fight one at a time, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure there's a 5th one somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure there's a 5th one somewhere. But yeah, I probably will do my best to try to... Oh, there it is right there. To knock that out. I think you get a trophy for killing those many fire claws. But I won't put the channel through that. This, today, folks, I think marks the end of our time with Horizon Zero Dawn. We're looking at 87, that's nearly 88 hours. Plus another hour for today's stream, hour and a half. Looking at very, very close. 92 hours, folks. And we raised $89. That's nearly $1 an hour is what our average comes out to. Nearly $1 an hour. Jiggly Wiggly Jigglepuff, happy Tuesday. So folks, that is it. That is our time with Horizon Zero Dawn. Like I said, I may go back through and try to kill those 5 fire claws. Maybe that'll be like a little bonus thing. We'll do it like on a, if we were get long plays reinstated or like a fun weekend. Because I'm sure there'll be plenty of deaths involved with that. But that will not be what we continue with tomorrow. Our next game, not avoiding. Our next game, like I said, it will be a bit of a palate cleanser. Earlier this, I think it was last week actually, we started talking about Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 on the channel. And the more that folks thought about it, the more I started thinking about it. It's a game that I have played before. I think I've unlocked the hardest difficulty. I've never played it on the hardest though, I don't think. But it's a first-person shooter. It's fast, it's fun, it's innovative, it's a very tightly designed game. I think there's a lot of really cool stuff to talk about from a meta perspective approaching that game. And we should be able to knock it out in a week. So I really think that's going to be our next title. And we'll be starting that tomorrow afternoon. Now tomorrow's stream is going to be a little bit later in that lunch hour. We're going to be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow for our lunchtime stream. And we have, of course, our VR stream tomorrow evening as well. So you won't want to miss out. Thank you so much to everybody that came along on this Horizon Zero Dawn ride. It has been 64 episodes. It's been over 2 months. Probably 3 months, because we're only doing like 4 days a week with this thing. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been quite an adventure. But we raised $89, all going to the water project. Super, super happy with what we were able to do with this game. And it's been an experience. It absolutely has. Really got my expectations up for the sequel, The Forbidden West, when it comes out in this generation. So it'll be cool to see where Aloy's adventure and story eventually take her. Hopefully we'll be able to follow along if PS5s ever become back in stock. Everybody today though, thank you for spending some of your Tuesday afternoon here with me, Jiggly Wiggle Jigglepuff, Lady Dragana, and Flanagan 4. Flanagan and Lady Dragana, best of luck at trivia tonight. We had a conclusion of an epic game today. Right off that energy, we need a first place finish tonight. I want to hear some positive stories come tomorrow, continuing that dynasty. Oh, but yeah, it's been a heck of a ride. It'll be really strange playing a different game. It'll be really strange playing a different game. But yeah, Titanfall 2, we'll be starting that adventure tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Folks, that does it for me today. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday afternoon here with me. It means a lot, the support and the continued, I guess, enthusiasm and encouragement with the channel. I'm excited to see where we're going to go with it this next year. we'll have a new charity and a new game on the flip side. Until then, folks, stay safe out there, and as always, happy gaming.